All right, so in this situation, I didn't use the typical notch. Instead, what I did is for my face cut, I did a slice at an angle going upwards towards where my back cut would be. And I came in on the other side and sliced down. So think of just a diagonal slice. Some people might call it a salami cut. I've heard that term used before, so whatever you want to call it. Once I cut through, the tree was still holding itself up because of the amount of force on it. So I secured a rigging line up past the point where it broke and pulled in the direction of the arrow. I was able to just pull it over by hand, but I didn't want to be anywhere near it when it was going to go. All right, so what you just saw was a hazard tree, kind of sketchy, that I removed over a year ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video footage, but I did want to talk about the way I did and why I did it the way I did it. So it was hung up in the other tree, as you probably could tell, and where it was split, was higher than what I could reach from the ground. And I obviously was not going to climb that, and there was no lift, bucket, or crane used. So basically, I decided, okay, well, I'm going to cut it as high, where I can reach from the ground without having it come back at me or whatever. So that's why, I don't know, I probably could have done it with a notch, but I thought that the slice cut was the better option because my hope at the time was that it would just kind of fall down, kind of slide off. But because of the tension on the tree, that's not what happened. But that was easily resolved just using a rigging line and pulling it. And then we ended up just using a tractor to pull the rest of the tree. Once we got that hazardous part down, the log was resting on the ground now, we just tied a rope to it and used a tractor to pull it out of the other tree. So just some things to keep in mind if you're ever working in a situation like this is you really got to be aware of all the different possibilities and hazards. You can have the best plan and have faith that it's going to go the way you want, but sometimes not everything goes according to plan. Sometimes, things change. The tree decides to do something different. And especially when, you got something right above you like that, that's a dangerous situation because you could be cutting and let's say something starts cracking or failing. You might not hear it because of the saw. So, when I was making my cuts, I was cutting a little bit at a time, but constantly checking, what's going on, and, being aware of everything. So that way, if I needed to get out, I could. But I was very happy with the end result and, how it went. So, I know some of you out there watching this probably do hazard trees maybe on a regular basis. Me, I primarily do pruning or some small removals and the occasional hazard tree, but it's not a regular thing. So, it's kind of fun, a little bit different challenge. But I just thought it was, worth making a discussion. It's just some things to think about, when you are doing hazard tree removal. It can be a little bit different, and you really got to be aware of everything that's going on, not just for your safety, but the safety of everyone around. Know where your crew is, know where everybody else is. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Appreciate you all watching. Appreciate everyone who has recently subscribed to this channel. I'd love to hear your ideas if you have specific videos you want to see, questions, anything related to fitness, lifestyle, tree work. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you all next time.